Do shaming tactics work? Take a look at this with me.
What does this sign mean to you?
You know, black women are probably the least respected in America. Their voices aren't heard, their issues aren't paid attention to. Many white women look beyond their own personal interests and they leave black women out of the conversation. And I think America needs to change about that.
What are we not trusting them to do right now?
How to care for our country, how to care for each other, how to stand up and fight for things that aren't right.
Millions of black women voted for Trump. Should we trust them?
Ooh, I'll take your hand in mine through the
I don't think that's true. Millions of black women voted for Trump?
Way too many. Way too many. It is beyond me.
Should we trust them?
I don't know.
Maybe not trust black women then.
That's not true. I do trust black women.
Who'd vote for Kamala Harris?
I think. He wants to know if I trust the black women who voted for Trump.
I think they voted against their own interests, so it's really hard to put the idea of trust together with someone who is continuing to vote against themselves, right?
So it sounds like they don't have very good judgment.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's not having good judgment. I don't think they necessarily connect the dots, and I do.
They're stupid.
No, they're not stupid, but I think it's.
No, I'm just asking because, but it is hard to trust people who are stupid and have bad judgment, right? And black women who vote for Trump are stupid and have bad judgment.
No, we did not say that. Nope.
I think they don't connect the dots, and so they're looking at only certain things and thinking that's important, and not connecting the dots.
It sounds like those black women need to be educated by white women like you.
Yeah, not.
True. Not.
They just need a good white woman to come in and tell them what's up.
You're putting words in our mouths again, and you're trading it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that.
This idea that white people are going to be the white saviors fucking pisses me off.
But if white women like you don't educate them, how are they ever going to learn to vote the way that they're supposed to vote?
You know, as a white woman, I'm happy to help educate and talk to people, but it's not my job to go convince somebody else.
I hope you're able to get through to some of those untrustworthy, stupid black women. Good luck.
If you didn't recognize that man, his name is Brandon Struck, and he's the founder of the Walk Away campaign, hashtag Walk Away. A few years ago, I don't remember when it got started. I think around 2016. And what do you think? He kind of shamed them, and I wonder if they go home thinking, you know, he made some good points there. I think he's right. Or did they go home and think, you know what, that guy's a real jerk. I hope I never see him again. And I got to tell you, I used to be like him, full time, 100%, where I would try to one up somebody or almost shame them into my way of thinking. And over time, it didn't seem like it worked for me anyway. So I figure a better approach is to make sure I'm addressing the person's spirit. I think when someone's spirit is right, then these kind of issues, maybe they'll start to, things become more black and white for them as they are for me. It's easy for me to recognize right and wrong when I've got the fruit of the spirit alongside of me. So, how would I have responded to this line of questioning? In the past, I would have responded in kind, probably. Today, because I'm in search of truth and I like hearing truth, I don't want to know what's wrong. I only want to know what's right. So if someone can show me where I'm wrong, I'm willing to change. I'm willing to change. If I show them how they're wrong, I would expect that they do that too, but I haven't come across many people like that. I don't search out these kind of folks because I'm related to so many of them, but good on him for doing it. Maybe he can wake up some of these folks. I have no real problem with his method. In fact, I don't think it was aggressive at all. In fact, he was just passively asking them questions to initiate a response from them to also summarize, do I understand your point correctly? You think they're stupid, or they're uneducated, they're not informed, untrustworthy. So yeah, he's kind of giving them words that are not very favorable, but ultimately that is their point of view, and they're not recognizing it until someone remixes it for them into real language. If you voted for Trump and you're a black woman and you're one of the millions who did, then you're untrustworthy. You don't realize that you're voting against your own best interests. And that was the whole line of propaganda that we were getting. Maybe we didn't know for sure that it was happening via propaganda, but we see what's happening as a result of USAID, USAID, and how money was going to Reuters and New York Times, I think, Politico, and hundreds of other media outlets across the world to put out a particular storyline, a narrative. But I don't think Brandon was being aggressive. And even if he were, in my opinion, he has earned some righteous indignation. If you don't know his story, he was one of the people who, in my opinion, were wrongly persecuted because they were in the vicinity of the U.S. Capitol, a building that belongs to we the people, on January 6, 2021. And I can hardly contain my fury, really, on what our nation that went rogue, in my opinion, did to those people. So what are your thoughts, though? How would you have responded to this line of questioning? What does it take for you to get you to change your mind about something? Because maybe you've heard the phrase, a person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. So when you've had a change of heart about something, what does it take? For me, it just takes information. I mean, I used to be very pro-choice. I'm not today. And it took information. I recognize it's not just a clump of cells. I recognize it is a child. I recognize the science saying, hey, it happens at conception. And that changed my mind when it comes to any other topic, really. Information really helps me change my mind. Not a preponderance of information, because the information can be wrong. So again, it's the fruit of the Spirit, though. Something as simple as how to make a turkey or how to make a steak. If you look on YouTube, there's so many people saying this is the only way you should ever make a turkey. This is the only way you should ever make a steak. And I just have to say, hey, God, you heard both ways. Help me break this tie. Because there's a lot of good points on either side. Help me break this tie and make the right decision. So that's what it takes for me. What does it take for you? I thought this was cute, something worth sharing. I do like Brandon. I like what he's done with the walkaway movement, and that people are gravitating towards it. Maybe these will be some new converts. Maybe they will have a conversion, maybe not. Maybe they'll see themselves a year from now in this video and think, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe I used to think that way. I'm glad I don't anymore. Anyway, talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.